Think before you sleep made a 30-minute video on how your freedom is being destroyed.
How much I'm spending at Coachella Day 3. We have 2 Código tequila sodas for $88.
You can tell everything about this woman's lack of IQ just by how fucking slow she speaks.
With sugar-free Red Bull.
You either have to be incredibly stupid or incredibly rich to spend $88 on 2 drinks that probably cost about $1.50 each to make.
Yeah, and people do it willingly, bro. We are truly just mindless cattle buying all the goy slop.
Well, maybe you're both.
Austin got me a spicy pizza, and this was $0.
Right, the pizza was free because the guy bought it. Let me just spoil it. This girlie was dumb enough to buy 4 drinks at Coachella for $167. And that was just one of the days.
Bitch, I'd rather die of thirst. Absolutely not. Fuck no. Absolutely. Bro, you're paying thousands of dollars in tickets, thousands of dollars for B&B, and you can't even get a fucking water for free? That's psychotic. Absolutely. This is how you remain poor, bro. Because these dumbass bitches spend money on experiences. I'd rather buy a bidet. I'd rather buy a new fridge or a freeze unit or a new washer dryer. Spending $10,000 on Coachella, what the fuck are we doing? It's like 24 hours of fun. Are you retarded?
I mean, you couldn't waterboard this information out of me. You should be embarrassed to be caught paying over 20 times the price for drinks. And I'm not sure why it's a trend to openly display how stupid you are with money.
With me to Nobu at Coachella. Easily the best thing I've ever spent my adult money on. For $375 each, that is a total of $750. Here's what we got. As soon as we sat down, they brought around oshibori so we could wipe the Coachella dust off our hands. And then some edamame, al dente, and perfect amount of salt. Then followed the yellow tuna jalapeno and salmon dry miso. Not only are they super classic dishes at Nobu, but also just in Japanese culture. So it was very classic, very refreshing. It was giving welcome to Nobu.
What type of Japanese bitch can't even use a pair of chopsticks correctly?
Authentic Japanese culture is laughing at you right now for spending $750 of your adult money on a meal that would cost maybe $40 in Japan.
I mean, look how happy these people are to get ripped off by their $13 coffee.
Bro, I'd rather rip my own nuts off than pay that shit.
Yeah, let's rob this one for
And everybody's just dressed like a hoe. I swear, this is just a place for you to get railed by random strangers and have your bank account railed by the Jews running Coachella.
$17.
You guys, you got another $17 coffee.
Look at these two. They're
Also, anybody who has those long nails, insta-retard flag.
thrilled the restaurant's robbing them. Yeah, nothing says bragging rights like filming yourself celebrating being swindled.
Well, these 2 women at Nobu thought that Greta Thunberg was profound enough to include at the end of their video, so they probably aren't that smart. Now, I don't know the economic state of these particular individuals. Their adult money could be from a multi-million-dollar trust fund, and burning $750 on a mid-experience may not be that big of a deal.
True.
However, let's not pretend that there aren't a vast number of people with regular incomes who are spending an insane amount of money on these things. Coachella wouldn't be able to charge that much without a pool of morons agreeing to extreme ripoffs.
True.
Now, you may think it's not that big of a deal because it's just one occasion, but in reality, these choices don't happen in isolation. The kind of person who makes a financial decision like that is also overspending elsewhere. And if everyone does dumb stuff like this with their money, it will start to affect your life and your freedom, whether you are a participant or not. All right, so the thing that continuously disgusts me the more I get exposed to TikTok or social media in general is just the vast numbers of people who routinely think it's some sort of flex to show that they overpaid for something.
I think it's even worse where you have all these stupid-ass bimbos. My life is so good. I went here. I went there. I went here. Bitch, do you want to know why you have to go from place to place to place to enjoy your life? Because you realize your life at home is fucking miserable. No man, no kids, no future. Life is going absolutely nowhere. If you want to celebrate the fact that you're going from here, you're going to Japan. Oh, I went to Africa. Oh, I went to the Bahamas. Okay, how's your real life? Stop wasting your fucking money on trips and fix your fucking life at home. Okay, because going to Japan for 2 weeks isn't going to fix your shitty fucking life at your house. You just spent $5,000 for 2 weeks of fun with for $5,000 at home, you can improve the quality of your life drastically. Your house should be your favorite place to be in because that's where you're spending 98% of your life. So why are we wasting money on other things before our home is our kingdom? Stop wasting money on experiences and upgrade your house. It is the best thing to invest into. Straight up.
We're going to be doing a handbag video today of my most used Louis Vuitton bags over the past year.
Literally.
Just to give you a little bit of context, Mizkif has gone on 3 trips in the past year. And he's just about the most depressed man you'll ever see in your entire life every single time you click on his stream, and he's most likely gambling or talking about how to make more money. Yeah, I promise you, going on a trip is not going to fix your life.
You better be a billionaire if you're wasting money collecting luxury bags, because I don't even think it's that much of a flex. The reality is that anyone with a credit card limit of $2,500
if you buy clothes items for the name brand, you're retarded.
Can afford a bag that says Louis Vuitton on it.
You're
I
retarded.
picked their most classic piece, the monogram briefcase. The way this bag was put together was mediocre, even though it's such a simple design. Let me tell you what coated canvas really means. It's fabric coated with a durable layer of plastic on top. This is an $1,800 briefcase made of fancy plastic.
That's great. Later in the video, the guy says, if the logo was invisible, would you still buy it? Obviously, for a large percentage of the market, the answer is no, because a part of Louis Vuitton's business strategy is to sell stuff to broke people who want to pretend that they're rich. Actual rich people will buy expensive items without the logos.
I stood there looking at this.
I'm very upfront. I am a multi-millionaire. Brother, I'm wearing a beater. Ain't nobody give a fuck about name brand shit like Supreme. You see these like 8th grade kids wearing Supreme. Congrats. Now we all know you're retarded. If you really, oh, I got Gucci on. You know who else Gucci? Who else wears Gucci? Hassan Piker. You want to know why? Because he's a insecure, fragile little man. Nobody cares.
$1,800 briefcase in pieces. And I felt foolish because I realized how powerful their marketing was. I had believed price meant quality. It didn't.
Does not.
It meant desirability.
So if you're carrying bags with logos plastered all over them, you're probably not that rich. But modern society is just full of people making stupid purchases, whether it's overpriced luxury goods or it's 10-cent pieces of cardboard that go for tens of thousands of dollars. And yes, I understand that average people aren't paying this much for a...
Hey, low-key, though, that traveling chocobo, kind of fire. That is kind of gas. I'm not going to lie. That is so fucking cool. $80,000 cool? No, but it does look dope.
Final Fantasy card. But just like with Coachella, the fact that it's possible to charge that much means that there's a market of Disney adults overspending on card games that were, at least originally, supposed to be for kids. Just watch any Caleb Hammer video and you'll see tons of these people.
You're getting almost on average, like 1 Labubu a day. We're very close to that. Like, give me 5 more Labubu's and you will have gotten a Labubu every day the month that we just saw.
I don't think about it when I buy it. It's just impulse.
Okay, but you purchase it endlessly.
It's kind of like gambling, I would say. Like trying to get them online through PopMart.
$700 for Labubus in 1 month, if you're wondering.
I don't know what the fuck the appeal is of Labubus, but these things are just about the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I don't get the hype at all. They look fucking retarded.
That's how much she spent on dumb collectibles as someone who, with her husband, only makes about $9K a month, which is still a lot, but it's not that much when you're spending close to 1/10 of your income on dolls. They also bought first-class tickets to Hawaii.
Jesus.
What kind of idiot flies first class when they have a household income of less than $10K a month?
What are we
Well,
doing?
like I said, Disney adults do this. And they sure as hell are dressed like Disney adults with the Pokemon t-shirts and the Zelda tattoo.
I feel like I lost out on my childhood just not being able to have things like this, you know? Like,
oh my God.
just
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
I-
8 years of Disney should kind of make up for a lot of that.
you know,
Yeah.
I love Disney. I love Disney.
Which is fine.
It's part, I mean, it's part of my childhood.
Of course.
I mean, I can't believe the has an issue with moderation control. Man, I'm really fucking shocked. This is what I mean when I tell you fat people are usually dumb as shit, because if they can't even control themselves to stop eating, overeating every day and killing themselves, they're probably not too wise with their money or their takes either.
Of course. Now, I know this is a scripted video, but this was yet again another accurate prediction that I made before seeing this moment, further proving that you absolutely can judge a book by its cover.
Yep.
Also, let me be clear, it's not just people on Caleb Hammer doing this. Most people don't seem to understand the concept of desire is infinite, but resources are limited. And this lack of understanding causes them to make numerous quick and horrendous financial decisions for a small 10-second dopamine hit that will cost them years of work to pay off. And then they'll rationalize their credit card purchases like this.
So Netflix can buy HBO Max even though they're millions of dollars into debt and literally cannot even afford to buy HBO Max. But when a regular person goes into debt, then they're punished super hard for it and their credit goes down.
The reason why there's less judgment for stuff like that is because they're using debt to buy assets. And I don't think that this is limited to just the top 1%. When people take out mortgages to buy a house, people genuinely view that as a very positive thing, even though they're getting into debt in order to do so.
Yeah, that's really one of the core issues here.
It's called strategic debt.
Outside of whatever dumb thing Netflix is doing, the problem is people going into significant debt to purchase liabilities. Liabilities are things that cost you money. Assets are things that make you money.
The difference is a lot of normal people are using
So if you take a loan out on a house and rather than paying it off immediately, you pay it over the course of 30 years, you can take that money that you would have paid and put it into the financial market, which usually has a guaranteed return on investment about 8% a year on average, right? So as long as your money over time makes you more money than that house will cost you over time, then it's called strategic debt, and that's why people get mortgages instead of paying for houses flat out. That is why they do it. Hope that makes sense.
debt for things that aren't going to make them money. They're using it for things like takeaway, concert tickets, holidays, or even just online shopping for clothes and stuff.
Look, I'm not going to pretend that I've never used DoorDash before, but what's really disturbing is that there is an option on the app to finance your purchase. Because, you know, if putting your McDonald's meal on a credit card wasn't enough, you can also break the purchase up into 4 payments. What happened to buying food at the store yourself? None of you are rich enough to be regularly using delivery apps. If you aren't making at least $150K a year, then you should be learning how to cook and fetching your own groceries. Because in a time where people are constantly saying that they want more luxuries and more expensive conveniences, really, you should be teaching yourself how to be satisfied with less. For example, recently I saw people laughing at this marriage proposal.
I want to remind you, bro, your dog can be happy with a stick. Your dog can be happy with a fucking ball. Fuckers need way too much shit to be content these days. And the majority of that is because they have unresolved trauma or they have issues in their mind they aren't dealing with. So work on yourself to where you're happy in your body rather than distracting yourself from the misery that surrounds you. Because you will need a lot less if you come to peace with yourself.
So that took place at McDonald's, and granted, yeah, it's pretty ratty to propose at a fast food restaurant. However, they do look happy, and the point is that these people are making it work within their income range. You don't need to copy TikTok videos by paying for a massive first-class trip to France, followed by a proposal with the Eiffel Tower in the background to make a marriage work. Probably the most happy relationships I've seen are from people who have had modest proposals and reasonably priced weddings, including...
I went to a free location at this place called the Japanese Tea Gardens, which is like a 50-minute drive. It was nice. You know, I didn't have to spend thousands of dollars on this proposal. I got her dad to record it, you know, free cameraman, in and out. You know, it was nice. Doesn't matter. These motherfuckers who have to spend like $10K to propose. Not everything needs to be TikTokified. But the problem is social media has poisoned our brains to expect these grand proposals, these grand fucking weddings that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars when it's like, bro, the only thing that matters is that all your friends and family are there. It's too much, man. Everything has been over glorified.
That were nearly free.
Be happy with less.
In fact, in my experience, the more extravagant proposals and weddings are more likely to end in divorce. Not to mention that I think it's insane to watch couples sacrifice a down payment on a house or money for a second car for, quite honestly, an experience that won't be that much enhanced by spending a ridiculous amount of money. And surely, there's no shortage of people who refuse to ask what opportunities that they're sacrificing when they overspend on short-lived dopamine hits, while at the same time romanticizing those terrible decisions on TikTok.
So I have a little bit of credit card debt, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I moved to Nashville, Tennessee with not really that much money, and then I decided to fully furnish my bedroom. But I will say something I've learned over the past couple of months is that a lot of my friends also do too.
Okay, so you don't have to buy all the stuff new. You can use Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, estate sales, or other methods of purchasing things secondhand. Do people not know how to do this anymore? I mean, you'll get massive markdowns by getting things used. Oftentimes 80 to 90% because people are going to throw this stuff away anyway. You can probably furnish a bedroom for around $1,000 instead of around $5,000 or $10,000, which is likely what this person actually spent. You can even double up and use these secondhand purchases as an opportunity to learn how to clean and maintain your stuff. Imagine that in the modern day. But this girl is 25 and broke. She should not be using a credit card.
When I was broke as shit, I never bought anything new. I would go on Craigslist, Kijiji, sell my shit from my house, buy my shit from other people's house. Now, obviously, that's changed the more I become a public figure, and I don't want people to know where the fuck I live. But for any average person who doesn't have to, deal with people trying to stalk them 24/7, you should be buying everything secondhand, because why the fuck wouldn't you? It's the exact same, but 90% cheaper.
To buy brand new furniture. And the consequences of people constantly buying new shit instead of getting stuff secondhand and forcing companies to compete with used goods is that manufacturers are now not pressured to build things to last because idiots keep giving them demand for low quality, cheap crap that they'll throw out in 3 years.
Yep.
So understand that we all suffer the negative consequences of these people's stupid decisions.
And that's the other thing where people really burn a lot of money long term, is they invest in the shitty products that are going to break very easily, to where if you were to spend 10, 20, 30% more, you have a product that's going to last you for life. Like cheaping out on a bed frame, or cheaping out on a fucking table, or cheaping out on some chairs or a shitty ass couch. Just get something that is durable. Durability, like longevity, is so important. It's going to save you hella money over time. It really is.
And unfortunately, this whole thing of my actions only affect me is a myth. Humans are social animals. Your bad decisions and bad habits always affect other people.
Because at the end of the day, we're all just in our 20s trying to figure out how to live in a freaking universe where rent is like $1,500. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. And then our parents are like, why are you in so much credit card debt? I'm sorry that rent isn't $400 like it was when you were 25.
I'm not going to deny rent being more expensive than it used to be, but
It's
also my
fucking
parents
ridiculous.
bought things secondhand and had roommates. You don't throw the financial baby out with the bathwater because housing prices aren't ideal. If $1,400 is a lot for rent, then it's pretty easy to find a one-bedroom apartment in Nashville for around $1,000. Or, you can not live in a city where rent's going to be a lot more expensive.
Yep.
Even when it comes to
I don't want to hear anyone saying, oh man, LA prices are so bad. Then just don't fucking live in LA. Like, even me, like, people who say they live in Austin, Texas, none of the smaller streamers actually live in Austin. They live in the outskirts. Same as San Antonio. All of the smaller streamers here don't live in San Antonio because it's too expensive for no reason. Just live in a outskirt town. It's infinitely cheaper. All of my modelers are trying to turn off all at the same time. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I stopped it. Okay, easy. Get fucked outplayed. But for real, like, if you don't need to live in a specific town, and that specific town is too expensive, and you have nothing tying you there, just move. Move to somewhere cheaper. It's really that easy. Oh, dude, I live in New York. Oh, it's so expensive. Well, why do you have to live there? Oh, my dad's here. Okay. Well, move. If you want to hang out, you can drive to meet up with each other. You are your own. You are in, like, all of your issues are your own. Move somewhere cheaper. It's really that simple. And New York sucks.
furnishing the bedroom, not only is she going to pay like $5,000 when she could have paid $1,000 for it if she just learned to Google, but also she probably just signed herself up for multiple years of $100 plus monthly payments, which will harm her ability to graduate from living paycheck to paycheck, and more importantly, because of credit card interest, she'll probably end up paying around $8,000 for something that could have been, again, $1,000 or less. So, way to pay like 8 times the money. That's why you're broke.
Not that I'm proud of my friends for having credit card debt, but I'm just like, oh, thank God I'm not the only one. But yeah, if anyone is like down on themselves for having credit card debt, same. Like, God forbid I decided to fully furnish my bedroom and then buy a lot of clothes for myself. And
moral of the story is, dumbass fuckers who need to appear successful and well off are going to completely obliterate their own life because they're obsessed with hype culture. That's all they are. They don't focus on the necessities. They get all this frivolous garbage and then they destroy their own life and then they bitch about it online. There are so many ways to make your life easily more sustainable. There's so many things that you can cut out of your life to remove all this frivolous bullshit. But then these people say, oh, you need to treat yourself. You need to get the $360 nails. You deserve that shit, girl. Shut the fuck up. Make your own food. Stop wasting money on experiences. If you live somewhere expensive, move somewhere that's not. Stop wasting time, stop wasting money on temporary indulgements and start spending money on secondhand furniture, secondhand clothes. Save 90% of that money and invest it towards your future. You'll be so much more well off than all these dumb motherfuckers. Well, this girl was wearing this shit on TikTok and I gotta be like her. Stop trying to TikTokify your life, okay? This shit is cringe. Too many excuses for compulsive behavior. I absolutely agree.